Are you feeling totally overwhelmed by all the financial advice out there? I get it. Well, today we're going to cut right through all that noise. We are going to distill the timeless wisdom from some of the greatest financial books ever written into one simple but incredibly powerful framework. Okay, let's dive in. I mean, seriously, there are thousands of books, so-called gurus, and podcasts, and they're all promising you the secret to getting rich. It's enough to give anyone analysis paralysis, right? You read one thing, and then you read another that says the complete opposite, and you just end up frozen, doing nothing at all. It's a classic trap. But what if the real core principles of building wealth aren't nearly that complicated? What if we could just boil down decades of genius insight into a few key ideas that you could actually start using, like, right now? Well, that is exactly what we are going to do. So here's our game plan. We're going to start with what we're calling the mindset detox. Then we'll break down its three core pillars: building systems, mastering psychology, and fueling desire. And finally, we'll bring it all home with the condensed truth. Okay, first things first. Your mindset detox. I want you to think of this as a complete reset button for your entire approach to money and wealth. This isn't about learning 1,000 new tricks. It's about zeroing in on the very few things that actually, truly move the needle. So what is this mindset detox, really? It's a simple framework. We've gone through some of finance's most legendary books, pulled out the most powerful, recurring ideas, and synthesized them. The entire goal here is to clear out all that confusion and give you a clean, effective, and powerful starting point. And here they are, our three core ingredients. We're taking the absolute genius of building systems from James Clear's Atomic Habits, the ironclad psychological discipline from Benjamin Graham's The Intelligent Investor, and that unstoppable, burning motivation from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich. Three legendary books, all distilled into one powerful mindset. All right. Our first pillar is all about building systems, drawing from the incredible wisdom of Atomic Habits. This right here is the bedrock of wealth. It's not about big, heroic, one-time efforts. It's about the small, consistent, automated actions you take every single day. Now, this is a crucial mental shift. You have to stop focusing on vague goals like, I want to be a millionaire. Instead, you need to focus on building these systems that make that kind of progress pretty much inevitable. You know, things like setting up an automatic transfer to your investment account the moment you get paid, or a simple rule to save a certain percentage of every single paycheck, no matter what, or even just a weekly 15-minute meeting with yourself to review your finances. Those are the systems that actually build wealth. This quote from James Clear just captures the idea perfectly. You do not rise to the level of your goals. You fall to the level of your systems. Think about that. You can have the most ambitious, incredible goals in the world, but if you don't have a reliable system underneath you, you will always fall back to your baseline. Your system is your safety net and your ladder all rolled into one. Okay, so having a great system is, well, it's only half the battle. Because what happens when fear or greed or just sheer panic tries to come in and sabotage your perfectly designed system? Well, that brings us to pillar number 2, mastering the mental game. This is where most people, and I mean most people, fail. To really get a handle on investor psychology, let's use this brilliant analogy from the legendary Benjamin Graham. I want you to imagine the stock market is a person. Let's call him Mr. Market. Now, Mr. Market is your business partner, but he is completely unhinged. Some days, he's euphoric, offering to buy your shares for ridiculously high prices. And then other days, he's terrified, and he's willing to sell you his for pennies on the dollar. He's driven entirely by emotion, not by logic. See, an intelligent investor looks at Mr. Market not as a guide to follow, but as an opportunity to exploit. The reactive investor, they get totally swept up in the emotion. They buy when everyone's euphoric and prices are high, and they panic sell when everyone's terrified and prices are low. But the intelligent investor, they stay calm. They use their system and their logic, completely ignoring the daily drama. They make decisions based on real value, not on Mr. Market's wild mood swings. Okay, so we have our systems in place, and we've got the psychological discipline to stick to them. But what keeps you going when things get tough, or maybe just plain boring? You need a powerful emotional engine, and that brings us to our third and final pillar, fueling your desire. This classic piece of wisdom from Napoleon Hill is just absolutely essential. Look, a vague wish for more money is not going to get you through the hard times. It's just not strong enough. You need a white-hot, burning desire for a very specific outcome. This is the fuel that powers your systems and keeps your emotions in check when things get rocky. So how do you actually create that burning desire? It's not magic, it's a process. First, get super specific. Not, I want to be rich, but something like, I will have exactly $500,000 in my investment account by December 31st, 2030. Second, what's the trade-off? What are you willing to give in return, in time, in effort, in sacrifice? Third, what's the actual plan? This connects right back to your systems. And fourth, and this is key, you have to embed it into your subconscious by reading that statement aloud every single morning and every single night. You literally turn a simple wish into a non-negotiable part of your identity. So, there we have it. We have our systems, we have our psychological armor, and we have our emotional fuel. Let's bring it all together now into this single condensed truth. This is it. This is the core of the mindset detox, all on one screen. Number 1, focus on systems over goals. Number 2, let logic rule your decisions, not emotion. And number 3, transform a vague desire for wealth into an absolute, undeniable necessity. You see how these 3 ideas work together, right? Your deep sense of necessity fuels the discipline you need to build and maintain your systems, and your logic acts as a shield, protecting those systems from emotional sabotage. It is a truly powerful foundation for building lasting wealth. So the real question for you is, what happens next? Don't just think about this. Do something. Your detox, your journey, it all begins with a single action. So what is the one tiny, almost effortless system that you can set up today, right now, to start building that better financial future? Thanks for joining me on this.